I made sure mankind was winner. Um, Welcome back, everybody. Let's play 35 plus years of Advanced Squad Leader. It's a Saturday, which means we're back to the Green Hells of Inor. We're going to be, hopefully, I can't imagine we won't do it, but hopefully we will be finishing up the first day. And then we'll be able to go into the refit phase, which I'm thinking about it now, and I'm trying to. There we go. We'll go into the refit phase, just give people an idea as to what the usual, shenanigans are, how it works, all that sort of stuff. Just in case anything is different in this campaign, so that, again, people get an idea if it's more your speed or if it's different enough from, say, a Red Barricades or Tona or any of the other third-party stuff. In case that interests people. So, like I said, should be a fairly quick night tonight, but hopefully we can have some action nonetheless. I think I forgot to remove pins after our last session, so there was a couple pins like on my stack over in R17 here. They got removed, but otherwise, I think everything should be good to go for German turn 5.
All right. Roll for weather. Hey, thank God. Okay. Um. All right. I got a machine gun I got to repair. I will go ahead and try that. I will repair it. Huzzah! Get back in the fight, yeah.
You
Bloody little bastards.
bums.
All right. So, well, now that I know that you're there, I could just move the other guy and just start firing lead down range. I don't think I have any other broken stuff onto you.
I don't have anything to do.
Okay, well, he has nothing to do. So, that beeth the case, we can go on to our ever loving. What's it always called?
Ever loving.
The prep fire phase. There we go. That's a thing. I
Oh,
can't. I can't think half the
yeah,
time.
that.
All right. All right. So, this HMG is gonna fire at these Algerians right here
Sure.
for 6 up 3. Uh, fire 1. 9. Nope. Well, we tried. Alright. This is gonna require movement. Eins, zwei, drei. Ja, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh nein, das ist fast noch hier. So, ich muss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Sure, I don't remember that.
Sorry, I'm speaking German. Honestly.
Oh, I did whatever.
Uh,
Until anybody starts to complain about us using foreign languages, I couldn't care. But as long as you're not using slurs in a, actually, don't use slurs. Period. But also
as long
don't
as
try
you're
to
not.
sneak in like swears and slurs from other languages. Then I don't really. It doesn't matter.
On Saturdays, I have like German, so
Hmm.
I'm just like in full lederhosen. I'm kidding, but
With a boot.
yeah. Okay. I don't think unless one side I fifth. What? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. That'd be 7. Hmm. No, it's not worth that. I guess we'll go ahead and go to movement.
Sure.
All right. These guys are going to assault move into here.
You may. Um, that is going to cause at least some units to. exist. Make sure this comes off.
I totally forgot about that. I was like, that's specifically why I didn't do that the last time. Oh well.
I mean, I figured at some point, like, you're gonna have to get closer anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. All right. Um. Ooh, that burns that. All right. I totally fucked that one. Okay.
First move of the night. God, it's the worst.
That the one move I should not have done, and I did it the first move.
I still don't think it's a bad move, but either way.
All right. So these guys are gonna CX on top, and they're gonna go up here for 4,
Sure.
and then here for 6.
Okay.
And these guys are just gonna assault move right here.
Sure.
Actually, do I even want them to do that? It's not gonna do 1, 2, okay, alright. That's fine. 7. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, nah, we'll keep them there. I'm getting too ambitious. All the way in G30,
Jeez.
this squad is gonna go ahead and hop into the river.
Sure.
So take all their movement. This guy is gonna go here for 1.
You are there for 1.
I'm gonna go here for 2.
You can be there for 2, sure.
I'll go here for 3.
You're going to unlock this guy from cloak. And then I'm just going to shoot with him. Because why not? So I'll do a 4 down 2. Alright. It's a great start. Which means... if I do blast him away, it's not going to... It won't be locked. Oh, right. It'll also, that also unlocks this guy. Do this, take off the cloak, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know what? I'll do the 12 down 3. Okay, well, he's KIA'd, so I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about that anymore, which is fine by me.
This HMG is going to move into here for 2.
Sure.
He'll go ahead and CX himself for that. The CX will come off, and this guy will move 2, 4.
Okay.
This guy will CX, and he's going to move 2, 4, 6.
Sure.
This guy's going to get rid of the CX over here in 18, and he's going to bypass for 1. Bypass for 2.
Sure.
Bypass for 3.
Okay.
Bypass for 4. 5. 6 into here.
Sure.
These guys are gonna go. So they're gonna go here for 2.
Okay.
Here for 4.
Mm-hmm.
Five.
This technically should be 6.
Okay. And they'll go right there. This guy is gonna go 1,
Okay.
2,
Sure.
3,
Mm-hmm.
4.
Okay.
Any shots?
No.
This guy is gonna go 2,
Mm-hmm.
then 4.
Sure.
These guys are going to so T15. We're just gonna go here for 2, here for 4.
Okay.
We're gonna assault move into here.
Sure.
Uh, yeah, these guys are just going to. Yeah, we are gonna go here for 2.
Okay.
Or I guess for 1. My bad.
Well, if you're doing 1, it's the road. So just in case that
Okay.
matters, right?
Alright, yeah, I'll be doing 2 for woods.
Okay.
And then I'll be here for 6.
Uh, you know what? I will. I think. Really don't have a lot of options. Yeah, I'll take a shot. I'll take a shot from S17 to 2 flat. No, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that's everybody. So, under defensive.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah, no, under your defensive.
Okay. I think I'm going to try my hand here at MMG and P30 is going to just regularly shoot at H32. I think I've been complicating this in my brain, and I can just do a shot against the crew. I imagine they must have a +2, I guess.
Yes, they will have a +2.
It's weird to think of them as having a +2, but I might as well, because I don't really think I get much out of it anyways. And I think I'll do the same thing with the MMG and R34. No, okay, well, that shows me. Any other shots that I want to do or can do?
I don't know why when I hit defensive first fire, it makes you break.
It's because you're selecting the entire stack. That's the only thing I can imagine. Yeah, I don't really have any other shots. I guess that's not technically true. I could start doing that. you know what? He is unlocked. I'm only slightly regretting a position of a unit right now. I think I'm just gonna. I think I'm just gonna hold on. Advanced Fireface.
Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why not? 2 up, 2 into here. 7 on 2 does nothing. Unfortunate. I think that's all the prep fire or advancing fire that I have.
Okay. Nobody broke, so we don't have to worry about any routes. Unless you want to voluntarily route anybody. But
Nope.
can't imagine. Can't imagine that would be the thing to do.
He's gonna go here. He's gonna go here.
Sure.
This will become or not CX. This will become concealed. These guys will. Oh, no, they can't do that. They'll just go into here. They'll become concealed. These guys will go here. These guys will just move down, I guess, to here. These guys are gonna. Oh, they kind of got that unlocked. They're gonna stay there. Guy on top is definitely gonna move to here.
Mm-hmm.
Guy here is gonna move under the bridge.
Sure.
So, there's that. And then he is going to advance here. I think this guy is going to advance over here. Kind of like where these guys are right now.
Question. Are you actually gaining concealment in K20?
If I move into the woods part of it.
But are you? Because you're in line of sight, aren't you? You're on a upper level.
Oh, I am on an upper level. I did not see that.
Oh, well. Yeah, I mean, in case if you want to move somewhere else or stay in J21, whatever.
I guess I have to stay there because I can't move. Or no, I have to be on the road part of it if I do that.
Sure, but it's still advanced. Like, the advanced part isn't the issue. It's more of if you're trying to maintain concealment, then you would have to stay in J21 or go to J22. Or maybe J20 looks like it'd be fine. But the point is just that if you're in K20, then I can at least see K20. So you wouldn't gain it.
I'm just going to move here regardless.
Sure.
Okay, that is my turn.
Sounds good. Now, unless I've completely forgotten things, I'm pretty sure it's just at the end of my turn that we roll, so we don't do any end of game shenanigans. 10 for weather, so no change. We go to rally phase, which there shouldn't be anything. And I think I am proven correct there. So we'll go to prep fire because I can't think of a rally phase thing to do. Fire phase. What do I want to do? Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, maybe I'll try to turn this around. So MMG in R34 is going to shoot at the Kuba wagon. He's going to go just IFT. That's a 7 on 4 is a Pintash check.
I'm okay.
Yeah, the morale should be 8. MMG and P30 is going to do a 2-hit. Nope. I don't think I've ever been lucky on that. I haven't gotten rate of fire, I don't think, for quite some time. It's a pretty big nasty stack, so is that. Yeah, I mean, I think that's worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to try my luck here. R17 at H19. I think
Okay.
the line of sight should be good. Yeah. It's range 10, so both things are halved, so we're looking at a 3 firepower flat. 8 on 3, pretty sure is not even a Pintash check. Again, unfortunate. Do I have anybody else? I guess technically. You know what? For the hell of it, because I think. Okay, I don't have to shoot the prisoners. I will try my luck from S20 to K14. It's a 2-up-1. Nope, absolutely not. I don't know why I prep fired or defensive fired my guys. Definitely on something tonight. Okay. Next up, I might as well. These are both 8-1s. All right. I'm gonna do a 2-up-1 from S17 to O21. All right. Well, I'm just I'm doing super well on my rolls. I don't think I have anything else I really care to do. We'll go to movements. In the movement phase, I'm going to take both Q25 and R26. They're just both going to normal move up 1 to expanded stuff here. They're going to go to R25.
Okay.
This should not break anything. Cool. So they're just going to go there. Yeah. Any other moves? Not really anybody that can move or that wants to move. Yeah, I think that's it. Defensive.
All right. We'll start with HMG back here. Gonna fire onto your guys there.
Sure.
6-up-3. Nope. I will fire again. Nope. I'm okay. I know I can see it. I just need to. I just don't want to count because I'm lazy. That's 11. So that's 3.5. Up 2. Nope. Ooh, 6-up-4. Not liking that one. Not gonna do that one. I'll fire back at you for a 2-up-1 shot.
Sure.
Both our
All right,
shots are
yeah.
just sucking today. My machine gun here will fire into here
Sure.
for 4 flat.
Up 1.
4-up-1.
Yeah.
4-up-1. 5 on
normal. He's
six.
fine.
Yeah. Okay. That's... I guess I'll also take a pot shot with these guys over here. So why not for a 2-up-1?
From
Okay.
from which guys?
these guys?
Do they have They don't get any modifiers for having prisoners, do they? Do
No, I don't think
guard?
so.
I'm curious. Guard. Okay, yeah, it's just if he's wait. Yeah, okay. It's just if their guard number is blah. So it's a 3-on-1.
1 MC.
A 1 round check. Damn. All right. He's pinned. Oh man. Okay, I got really lucky.
Yeah, I will say that is my shooting.
Okay. Advanced fire phase none. Routes. I don't think anybody had anything happen outside of a pin. So we'll go to advanced phase. Do I bother with advance? Not particularly. Um. Hmm. I actually don't think I need to do that anymore. I think I'm going to move the MMG and P30 back to Q29. Don't
Okay.
think I need them in there anymore. Otherwise, I think that's it. I don't think there's any other advances or anything that I care to do. CC phase, there's none. Then we will roll. I suppose I have to roll when it's my turn. I just need to double check here because I think it's a -1 modifier for day 1. But I want to make sure I'm not just... Actually, you know what? I'll just roll and we'll see. Alright, cool. Didn't matter. It's over anyways. Okay, well, that was, I have to admit, that was pretty stressful at the end. I did not fancy having to deal with all these guys trying to break through, because I think giving you an extra 2 turns, there's some space you can get there. Okay, let's do refit phase, and then we will bid adieu to the folks watching, and then we'll do our shenanigans here. Let me get to refit phase. All right, refit phase. So in the refit phase, for people who are not in the know, refit phase is a thing that happens at the end of any campaign game day outside of the last, or unless there's, I guess, like some special provision. This is not the case here, so we don't have to worry about that. Refit phase follows a specific set of sequence in terms of rules and actions to do. So we'll get there inevitably as things go forward. So first off, conclusion of melee. We do not have any CCs or melee, so we don't worry about that. Marker removal. At this point, we remove all FFE, so we don't have any artillery, don't have to worry about it. Smoke acquisition, also not something we have to worry about. Radios and field phones, unless they're retained. We remove DM, Disrupted, Fanatic, Berserk, Wall Advantage, Hull Down, and dummy stacks and dummy cloaking counters and concealment counters. I don't know why it says remove concealment or dummies or dummy cloaking. I think we should just leave them on because that really would mess with a lot of planning and stuff. So I don't know if that's meant to just be dummy counters, period. So anyways, not gonna worry about that. CX comes off, motion comes off, CE, button up, and labor markers all come off. I don't think I have any of those, but click the button should get rid of.
I was gonna say we would get it anyways because I was like looking just to make sure, but yeah, we have a -1 DRM for the
Yeah,
first CG, so I was like, okay.
yeah, that's why I was checking. I just figured, screw it, I'll roll, and then if it matters, I'll check to find it. All cloaked units and and equipment are placed on map, concealed in their current location. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to do, so I'm gonna leave that until later because it should not affect anything. We also take our sniper counters off, so I believe I had one at the top and over in the bottom. So those
I
all
don't think
come
there
off.
were. I don't think there are any snipers that are activated.
Uh, yeah, I don't think any did. I think it's because we never rolled the opposite uh, sniper. We all rolled our own. Rally and unloading. All currently broken units of both sides automatically rally, even if disrupted. No dice rolls need to be made. Additionally, all passenger, rider, personal equipment are then unloaded into their vehicle's location. A unit unloading into an AP minefield is not immediate attacked, but there's an extra step. There's no minefields, I believe, that have been revealed, and certainly none that should come into effect. I'm pretty sure I did not mine the bridge, so we don't have to worry about that. All guns hooked up in tow remain so. If its vehicle is eliminated in the refit phase, so is the gun being towed. That's a little punishing, but alright. CG date victory determination. Now, I believe we had decided on 17 points compared to what you start with. Because it didn't make any sense that if you started with XYZ points and then you literally cannot gain enough to make up the difference, because the French have so many points that you can't compare German points to French points, because you just can't win, period.
I think we split the difference where it was I had to have 18, but I start with 4. So I had to get 18 more than what I started with.
Oh, I thought we just went with you don't count the ones you start with, and it was just whatever you gained.
Uh,
That that's
either
what
way,
that's what I thought we
either
did.
way, either way, I think I flubbed it.
Well, we'll let's count. Let's count. So if I remove markers, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I believe G17 is not in your control at the start. So 14, 15, 16. So 16, and then the only way to make up that last point would be CVP. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 10, 10 total, unless prisoners are worth double. So it's either 10 or 14, but I think 15 is needed for a CVP to become VP. So yeah, fractions rounded down. We'll double check just in case, but I mean, very close nonetheless. That's why I was really scared, honestly. Of
I well, I completely forgot to plan it last week,
mm,
where I should have, regardless, had this guy go up because I originally had him going to bypass all this, go up the hill so he can get on here by the end of turn, and
oh,
then
gotcha.
this guy would go here, and that way I'd have this point secured regardless.
I'm
But
I'm
then
actually surprised you didn't do GG5 or whatever it is.
well, because I thought what the thing was that I was going to do it in my advanced phase,
Hmm.
but the thing was that since I didn't do the thing at the bottom, I didn't want to do the thing at the top because then I would activate the guy below. So I was going to wait for my next turn and then
Oh,
get
right.
both.
Gotcha.
Um, but because like without both, I'm not going to win regardless. So
You just needed one, but either way, I mean, it depends on if the prisoners count double. I'm not sure if they do, and like I said,
I have no
hopefully it'll
idea.
come up. Um, but either way, very very close. CGVP totals and CVP totals are counted, and the winner of the just completed is determined as per 725. Unfortunately, we don't have to worry about 725 because it's the first day, so we just worry about that. Um, yeah, units, equipment eliminated in the refit phase after this step never count for CG date victory conditions nor for MMC battle hardening, but can be used for CPB DRM determination purposes. So I don't know if that means prisoners or whatnot. Hopefully we'll get there. Encirclements and minefields. One, we don't have any minefields we've had to deal with, and we haven't had any encirclements to have to deal with. So at this point, we can do. This is the button I want. So let's do. I'm pretty sure I keep picking the wrong one here. Is that going to show up? Is that not showing up? Where is my counter? If I take out a... Where the heck is that even tossing? Do you see a perimeter marking anywhere?
No.
No? Okay, that's weird. I don't know if that's like, I don't know if it's just not draggable. Let me see. We got French. Let's get a marker. And we've got a German marker. There we go. Top left, in case you're looking for yours. I don't think it's really going to be a huge deal. I'm pretty sure the ones that really matter are kind of known. So I'm just going to very loosely put my counters here. Again, if we can't understand the French ones, I'll be surprised. Just mark all those. Go to here. I guess technically I do control locations on this map. So I should at least point these out. This is a control location. Blah. And there. I think this should just suffice for my basic stuff. I can't imagine, unless we really want to do this, but yeah. Other than that, I don't think anything else really needs to be marked. Yeah, maybe the German one up there, and yeah, I don't know if these woods need to be marked. If you want it to, be my guest.
I'm just assuming I just own like
Yeah,
the woods up until like this border down here.
yeah, I can't imagine that there's any like I think any of the specifics should be fine. Okay, so we determined the frontline markers. We put our markers. Obviously, there's a couple things that we could probably put more or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Friendly setup area. So each friendly controls strategic location and each hex in its zone of control that are also not no man's land is part of the friendly setup area, provided that hex is enterable. Friendly setup area that touch or overlap are treated as a single friendly setup area. Hip units may be placed on board under concealment counters as part of this step. So if there's any hip units that would become concealed, you do it now. Like I said, I have a bunch of cloaked guys. I'm gonna worry about that in a second. Yeah, no man's land or isolated. So if there's any spot where it's not a continuous zone, we don't have to worry about that now. But if it were the case, some units would be isolated. No man's land, a non-strategic location in the zone of control of a controlled strategic location of both sides is no man's land. So basically, you know, if treat like this open ground, the grain plowed fields and grain, that's no man's land kind of idea, because that is not a strategic location. And then there's uncontrolled territory, which is all hexes that are neither no man's land nor part of a setup area. We got surrounded hexes, again, surrounded and isolation. Nobody is isolated, nobody is surrounded. We don't have to do any sort of escape or anything, but if you were isolated, you could potentially move, get units to move from those isolated locations and potentially lose them or have them abandoned or whatever. But like I said, don't have to worry about it. Drawing the perimeter, we've already done that. That's more for like a big map if you want to draw it, etc. We're not going to bother. Now, it says next step is clearing the map. Both sides now remove all remaining non-isolated units, equipment from friendly controlled locations, places them on the CG roster. I am a huge not fan of this because I don't see how it makes any sense that units can just like teleport entire battlefields away. You would think that terrain would be recaptured or whatever if units abandon it, but yeah. Equipment, possession, and hidden fortifications. If they are not in a setup area, all unpossessed abandoned equipment remains present in its location, as well as vehicular gun. You keep the covered arc of those. until they're eliminated or repossessed or remanned in a subsequent scenario. So even if it's abandoned, it does not mean it is eliminated or removed from the board. Each immobilized vehicle must remain in its present location and vehicle covered arc and turret covered arc, although you can change the turret covered arc later. Each still hidden fortification within a setup area of the purchaser's opponent is placed on map. So if there were any, if I had like a foxhole in Bois de la Hache, I would have to reveal it, but unless I'm reading this wrong, it does not seem like anything gets revealed at the moment, which is hooray for me. Interesting because it kind of makes minefields way easier to find. Um, yeah, each such minefield, so if there's minefields, they get placed under a known minefield counter. The minefield strength type is not revealed. Each on-map fortification is controlled by the side controlling its location, regardless of which side controlled it previously. A friendly set hidden DC in a friendly controlled location may remain hidden or be removed and retained if in an enemy controlled location is now placed on the map. Again, don't have to worry about that. Retained equipment and scrounging. I don't think anybody got anybody else's guns, whether they're LMGs or otherwise, so we're not going to worry about that. Okay, AFV withdrawal. Each mobile AFV of reinforcement groups V1 and V2, V1, V2, and V3 for the French. So I guess V3 is only for the French. For both sides is recalled. You earn 1 CSPP for each AFV recalled according to German-French reinforcement group charts. So check your charts; those are specific. And yeah. Prisoners. Each prisoner guarded by a non-isolated unit is removed. They are quote-unquote evacuated to a POW camp. An isolated guard may retain possession of his prisoners or free them. If freed, a prisoner is automatically rearmed and retained by the friendly side, or by the side friendly to it. So essentially, and they get back to the setup area closest to the release hex. So unless you want to somehow isolate your guys and then do something with them, they are, for all intents and purposes, eliminated. Extinguishing flames and blazes, we don't have either, so we're not going to worry about that right now. A lot of it looks like the turns some stuff to rubble. Wrecks become burnt out wrecks instead of burning wrecks. Things either are eliminated or have shell hole counters. So again, not going to worry about it. Each side makes a dice roll, single die of each, for each currently wounded leader. Do we have any wounded leaders? I don't believe so. Okay. Essentially, on a 1, the guy is healed. He is no longer wounded. On a 2, he retains wounded. On a 3 or above, they are eliminated. There is a DRM +1 if they are isolated. So keep that in mind. Battle hardening promotion, recombining. So all retained same class half squad with the same strength factors that are in the same setup area must now recombine. So that no more than one of each half squad type is retained in each setup entry area. I think that would apply for your guards. And unfortunately, I think that rule fucks me over. So I'm going to... I will plead a house rule to not have that apply because that seems really stupid.
What was the rule again? Sorry.
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of a different... Okay, I'm thinking of a different thing. So cool. So the recombining. So if you have a retained same class half squad with the same strength factors that are in a same setup area, so essentially that are in your control, must now recombine. That way you cannot have more than one half squad essentially remaining. They all must fit back together as full squads. It doesn't go further into this, which is a little strange, but typically it is you can have them recombine in either location you choose. It is not a random selection or anything. It's also strange because because it doesn't count units as remaining on board. Usually there's a distance factor involved as well. and it's not doing that. So again, not sure why that's the case, but they have it happen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, these guys have to recombine, which is kind of silly, but so it be. So it be. I don't believe I have any other half squads. Let me double check just in case. Because I'm pretty sure all my guys end up being full squads in locations. I'm also going to take this time to get rid of all my cloak counters. So apologies if this takes me a second or two here.
That's fine. I went ahead and recombined my guys, so I'm good there.
Yeah.
I would have all but full squads, but somebody had to get super fucking lucky and CC.
And also force your guys to split for having prisoners.
I don't care about that at this point.
I mean, yeah, I did need. I'm grateful for the luck I did get. I think I'm always going to be sore about that gun crew though. To take 2 shots and both shots were impressive, and then get wiped out immediately was just really annoying. Especially considering how all your guys are set up now. It's like, man, I would love to have a little dinky 25 LL just plucking away at all your guys in those woods. Hopefully I have a way to get crews, because otherwise I'm going to be very, very goddamn sad.
That, but was there any rules for unmanned guns and stuff?
Uh, it's just you don't remove anything. It's just the unpossessed abandoned stuff is if it's not in your setup area. Everything else basically treats it as if you just scooped everything off of the board. And again, I personally really hate that, because again, it kind of just makes defensive plans worthless. Like, what's the point in having like a rear guard or trying to protect like, what's the point in trying to protect, this woods or like this hill area if I can just set up, super hyper aggressive down here or whatever. um I can just change everything in the blink of an eye. On the next scenario, it just seems silly. But okay, let's get this last one off. All right, I think my cloaks are all gone. If you spot another one, let me know, but I think I've got them all. Okay. Next up, we have heroes and MMC. On each side, each retained hero, there's an exception for heroic leaders, so if you have a heroic leader, keep that to the side. Each retained hero is eliminated. However, each such elimination enables that side to battle harden one MMC of the owner's choice.
Well, that's broken.
Yeah, I mean, it is of owner's choice. Again, I think this is why I care a lot for units remaining on board and having to implement distance checks, because you could just, again, you can battle harden anybody you want. I don't think I have a hero. I don't remember generating one.
No, nobody did.
Yeah, okay. Um,
No, you generated one leader from CC or
that's what it
something,
was. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then I
The
killed
6-1, that's what it was. Yeah, I got the 6-1.
Yeah.
Okay. Each side also makes one secret die roll to determine the number of retained infantry MMC eligible to battle harden. So let's go into secret die roll here. Where's my secret die roll? There we go. Dice roll. Okay. So, you get a -2 if your side won the dates CG scenario. I'm going to need that. You get -1 if you're German. And you get -1 per 20 CVP amassed by friendly side in the previous scenario. So neither of us hit 20, I don't believe. Did either one? No.
Oh, MMC battle hardening. There it is.
So neither of us got that. But yeah.
Sorry, is it So is this for leader or for MMC battle hardening?
This is for MMC.
And
For
I get
MMC
minus.
battle hardening. So on a 1 or less, you can battle harden 4 squads. On a 2, you battle harden 3. On a 3 or a 4, you battle harden 2. On a 5 or 6, you battle harden 1. And if you roll 7 or above, you do not get anything.
So for on the German player table that you showed me, it's on a 2 or less I get 4. On a 3 I get 3. On a 4 to 5 I get 2. On a 6 I get
Oh my
1. And a 7 I get 0.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to my things and not the book. I'm reading from the book the entire time. Just because I don't think the player aids have the God, that really grinds my gears that they friggin' have that different. Whereas, where do we got here? Interdiction losses, escape table, leader battle hardening, MMC. So 1 or less, 4, okay, and then in yours. Oh wow, they have 2 different tables. Okay, maybe the Germans are just better. I don't know why they just put the French table then. Um, I'm just gonna assume the Germans get the better odds. So yeah, don't worry about it.
So do I still get the -1 for being German?
Yeah. I think you always get the -1 for being German.
Okay.
Um, so that happens. Who the hell do I battle harden? I think all my guys are. Yeah, all my guys are kind of not great quality here. You know what? These guys distinguish themselves, so I'm gonna battle harden them. Cool. Okay, so that happened. Don't have to worry about that just yet anymore. Leader promotion. On each side, if you retain a heroic leader, they battle harden and lose their heroic status. Ooh, okay. Exception, heroic 10-3 loses its status, but no additional effect. Um, each side also makes 1 secret die roll to battle harden a retained infantry leader using the following table. Presumably your table, let me make sure it's not different here. So 10 or above, 6-1, 2 or less, 10-2. What do you have? Leader battle hardening, 10-2. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it makes sense. The Germans should have the advantage there. Um, is there any modifiers? There's a -2 for winning, and okay, and you can apply a -1 only if you want after rolling. So I guess you always get a -1. That's strange. Um, Yeah, so essentially it follows the same rules for leader promotion. You select one guy, you try to battle harden him. If you can't, it goes to the next lowest retained unwounded leader. They must battle harden. If the next lowest grade is not retained on that side, so if you are trying to boost a 10-2, it doesn't work, and you don't have a 9-2, it goes to the next one, and then the next one, the next one, the next one. So eventually you have to battle harden someone. If you don't want to do the roll, you can choose to make a die roll, or if you don't want to do the die roll, sorry, you can choose to battle harden someone, or yeah, out of the ranks. So you would create a leader, or you would exchange a leader. So you can exchange an 8-0 for a 7-0 and a 6-1, or you can exchange an 8-0 for 8-1 for 2 8-0s. I'm not quite sure why you'd ever want to do that, but whatever. I'm going to make my secret die roll now. Secret die roll. Okay. All right. Hopefully not regret this. Cool. Then we do that. So then we got the next CG date, and we go through that stuff. So, German sand. If it's currently 4 or above, it is returned to 3. I don't believe either of us buffed their stuff. If the French sand is 5 or above, it's returned to 4. If any SAN is actually yours is 2, right? I think that's what the starting one was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
my two.
So technically, yeah, your changes if you are above 4, which is not the case. So don't have to worry about it. If your SAN is less than 2, it is restored to 2. Equipment repair and replenishment. So if you have any AFV that need to have their guns repaired, you may do so. Each abandoned, non-isolated AFV may remain abandoned. Um, yeah, as long as it's within your setup area. We don't have a shocked or stunned AFV, so we don't have to worry about the next part. We don't have a bogged AFV, so another thing we don't have to worry about. But there would be an immobilization table that you have to roll against.
Okay.
Weapon repair. So each side makes a separate die roll on the table below for each malfunction, non-captured retained weapon, and each disabled AFV main armament. I don't believe any of us. Yeah, you repaired your machine gun. I don't think anybody has anything to roll, so we don't have to worry about anything there. Flamethrowers and DCs. Each flamethrower and DC removed from play during the preceding scenario, regardless of why it was removed, is retained. So you regain your flamethrowers and DCs only if the original effect die roll causing its removal was a 10 or less. So if you roll an 11 or a 12, I guess in the case of a DC, 12. But if you roll high, then you don't get those back. Captured equipment. Captured equipment. We don't have any captured stuff, but you would make a die roll to see if you retain it. If you roll a 4 above, it's eliminated. Otherwise, you keep it. If it's already malfunctioned, you can't repair it, so it gets eliminated or disabled automatically. Captured AFV. If you manage to capture an AFV, it may remain in play if it has a functioning weapon or if it has PP capability. So this would be important for trucks. Otherwise, it becomes a wreck. So important. Ammunition, we don't have anything to worry about here, but there's things for low ammo, and ammunition shortage, as well as special ammo. Armor withdrawal. So each mobile, non-isolated, retained AFE under recall is eliminated. If mobile, under recall, and isolated, it begins the scenario under recall and stun. A side retaining a vehicle suffering the results of a stun returns to normal. Fortification removal. If a known fortification is in your area, you may attempt to remove it. Dice rolls need to be made to do this. Essentially, if you roll a 3 or less, it's eliminated. If you roll a 4 or above, it remains in place, and it is a single die roll. There's pluses for wires, roadblocks, minefields. Usually, it's all related to frontline locations. So if it's way in the back, you can just remove it. Shouldn't be a problem, or attempt to remove it anyways. CPP replenishment. Each side now makes a secret die roll to replenish its CPP CSPP. This is not applicable for the first date of each CG, but I think what they mean is the start of the game, not for day 2, because we are technically on day 2 now. So secret die roll. Oh, okay. So you get your DRM. So there is a plus minus equal to, this says times. I don't know why it says times. Your friendly historical dice roll for the current CG date. So the Germans have a -4 at the moment. I have a -1. -1 per each casualty VP suffered by your side on the previous CG date. So unfortunately, I won't get a -1 there. -1 to the side that won the previous scenario date, so I will get a -1 there, and +1 for the French DR for each 5 EVP of German troops exited along the south edge. So presumably that's the French have to split up to fight everybody that's been exiting. So interesting mechanic. I'm not sure if we're ever really going to use it, but interesting nonetheless. During this step, for every 3 non-isolated trucks and wagons from his own OB, a player chooses to eliminate. They may be exchanged for 1 CSPP. So I don't know if the Kubel wagon would count for that, because it's not technically a truck. Um, yeah, I think you've only got the one truck in E22. I have a pair of wagons, so I can't do anything with that. But in case you ever have transport that you don't care for, you can get rid of it. Divisional troop rotation. So in
So
C,
I get rid of it for one SCPP or
so if you have three trucks, you can remove
ah,
all three and you get 1 point back.
gotcha.
So
What about for motorcycles?
motorcycles, as far as I am concerned, are not trucks, and it just says trucks wagons. Um,
Okay.
I know. It's I kind of, not that I really wish for it because it would get you one CSPP. I don't think that's really gonna kill the campaign either way. But um, yeah, I'd be
Oh,
curious though if there was like an errata, if anything ever specified otherwise. But I don't think that's the case.
I'm gonna come back on an 8th CG day and be like, man, if only I could have exchanged those three motorcycles.
I
Like,
know. I just needed the one CSPP. I could have gotten Panzers again. Um, the next up is a big rule. I don't think either of us are going to care to do it, so I'm just going to go briefly over it. So in CG3, what we're playing right now, either or both sides may secretly choose at the end of any scenario that they are performing a divisional troop rotation, otherwise known as a DTR. This choice is revealed after setup for the next CG date, or the next scenario, however you want to call it, and may be conducted only once per side. Um, Essentially, the choice to do this buffs all or upgrades all of your green or second line and second line MMCs to be replaced by first line troops. You can't do certain attacks. You lose all your captured equipment. All wounded leaders are replaced by unwounded leaders. And there's a couple other like points, malfunction stuff's repaired, blah. Essentially, doing a DTR also locks you out of certain reinforcements. So some troops are considered no longer in the area, and you cannot use them anymore. It also means that though I believe units of those groups may be removed. I could be wrong, but either way, DTR is a pretty massive change. So be careful if you choose that. I think the interesting part here is you kind of want to balance when you want to do it and what the bonus is going to be, because if you have a lot of green troops or whatever and you survive, swapping them for first line is pretty great. And then you get different kind of troops and whatnot, especially if you've already purchased everything you could. ELR loss and gain. Both German and French ELR are 4 at start. After an idle date, unit or sides can increase their ELR. We don't have to worry about that part. However, each side makes a dice roll. This is 2 die to determine if its present ELR changes. You have a -1 for winning the scenario. You have a +1 for each 20 CVP lost in the last scenario. You get a +1 if it's an idle day or a DTR. So even the DTR penalizes you there. You get +1 per CG date after the 17th for the Germans, as long as they don't control the Soiree farm, i.e., including the scenario having just been played. So it's 17th starts. Oh yeah, we got another day before we reach that. And then there's a +1 if an attack chit has been selected for a dual assault. Both sides incur a +1 penalty, so you can't really get around that. I don't know if this is meant to be a secret die roll. It doesn't say secret die roll. If do you care about doing a secret die roll on this?
no.
No. Okay. Die roll. Okay.
Oh, there's your three,
No.
bastard.
On a final die roll of 2 or less, that side's current ELR increases by 1 to a maximum of 4. I think we're both at 4 anyways, so it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Um, if you have a final die roll over 13, so not 12, not 13, 14 or above, Your ELR decreases by 1. It can go down to a minimum of 0. So that is also important that there is a minimum of 0.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You break your ELR. That's like
Yeah, exactly. Anytime you break, everybody just gets worse. There's a couple scenarios where that's actually a thing, and I'm eager to try those at some point because yeah, that's just crazy. The French player or players now make a die roll on the weather table to determine the weather for the current siege date, and then make a die roll for the environmental conditions.
Yay.
You do weather. Wait, why would it say weather table determine weather and then EC? Because wouldn't... Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, so first die roll. 3, shit. Overcast and rain. So we are on overcast and rain. Where is weather?
Unfortunate.
Increase. We have overcast and rain, which... If we were ever going to have a lot of fun, I would say, oh man, we should do... we should do lightning strikes. But technically it doesn't really work, and it's just a goofy thing anyways. I would never really want to impose anything on people. 11 is wet, so we stay at -2 on EC, and it is overcast and rain. And then we have a determining dawn attack, so this is kind of a secret option, so we're not going to bother with that because really we should just purchase our stuff and then worry about that afterwards. Okay, so now we're at the purchasing reinforcement groups. It's kind of crazy that it's this far in. I would have imagined dawn attack and stuff being afterwards, but not the case. So to not bore people to death, there's quite a few things to do, but the most important part here is to explain artillery interdiction. So at a certain point, after purchases are done and you determine strengths, you do OBA, depletion table. So you determine if you buy a reinforcement group, and then you can choose radio and field phone, etc., etc. But what's important is the fact that not only is there artillery interdiction, there is counter battery. So counter battery interdiction. So both French and German players can spend CPP or CSPP on counter battery in an effort to diminish the opponent's OBA interdiction activities. You can each counter battery reinforcement group allows one of the two following effects. You either cancel one effect of an enemy counter battery reinforcement group. You have to essentially we're going to worry about this later anyways, but you have to make this decision immediately upon both sides having revealed that they have chosen counter battery. So again, we'll worry about that at the start of the next scenario because we'll just do all that stuff at the same time. The attacker chooses first, and you can choose that twice. Or option B, you remove one black chit from one just revealed enemy OBA module. You can add one red chit to one just revealed enemy OBA module, or enemy interdiction is less effective. So you would roll, you would get a -1 DRM for interdiction, and last -1 DRM to all MC caused by one enemy bombardment. So presumably to make bombardments less effective. If a counter battery reinforcement group is not used during the siege date it is purchased, it is lost. So you got to be tactical on when to buy some, because otherwise it's wasted. Artillery interdiction. So this is the last thing I just want to get into, just because it's at least interesting. Everything else is just purchase and then set up, which we can figure that out. So interdiction. At this stage, each side reveals if one or more artillery interdiction reinforcement groups has been bought. Artillery interdiction can cause losses to enemy reinforcements as they enter the map. A reinforcement group scheduled to enter from off-map during that siege date may be retained off-map in order to avoid this effect. In addition, artillery interdiction may delay the turn of entry of enemy reinforcements. So not only is it potentially hurtful, but it will slow you down. So, interdiction losses. If his opponent has purchased an artillery interdiction reinforcement group, a player now rolls a secret depletion die roll for each I, V, or G reinforcement group. So essentially the unit ones, as far as I can tell, that they have purchased. So you purchase a lot, you get an interdiction, you're in a bad time. These dice rolls are reported on the CG roster and revealed at the end of the next non-idle CG date, which I guess does not count the day it happened, but it would be another day. Anyways, so the results of dice rolls are as follows. There is either no effect, lightly depleted. Sorry, the reinforcement group has been subjected to enemy air or artillery bombardment during its travel, resulting in light losses. You have D2, which is moderately depleted, heavily depleted, strongly depleted. These are D2, D3, D4. And on a strongly depleted, the reinforcement group has been submitted to heavy and accurate shelling during its travel to the front line, resulting in large losses. Treat this result as a D3 result for non-company units. There's an interdiction losses table where you roll blah blah blah. The number of squad support weapons in the reinforcement group is decreased. If the group is depleted, the losses count as CVP losses for that CG date. If in terms of delays, depending on your roll, I guess you roll losses and delays. If you roll an 8 to 11, you are delayed by 1 turn. If you roll a 12 or above, you are delayed by 2 turns. So, yeah. So presumably depleted 1, 2, 3. It doesn't actually, like, it's cool that it says lightly depleted and all that, but it doesn't actually specify. So I don't know if it means like you have 1 squad that becomes a half squad, 2 squads, and 3 squads. I don't know if that's what it means. I'm gonna have to try and see if I can get clarification is what I'm trying to say somehow. Depleted is also not in the index, so awesome. But presumably it is the number of squads that are reduced. I can't imagine eliminated because that seems way too strong, but we'll figure it out as we go along. And other than that, there's a lot of hubbub about leader determination, purchasing fortifications, who gets initiative on a siege date, blah blah blah. Like I said, we're not going to worry about that online. That is something that we can figure out later. So, that should be it for day 1. As always, thank you all for watching. We will get back next week with more action. We'll have CG Date 2 started, so the 16th of May. And hopefully I'll be able to survive a few more days so that we get to end of CG3. Any last words, Ruben?
Excelsior.
All right. So yeah, hopefully there will be a game between me and Rob on Monday. Otherwise, it'll be another solo date. So have a lovely weekend and hope to see you next time.